Welcome to the Fandom Foundry show about the things that made our lives better last week. I am Todd Oxtra, joined by my favorite Frenchman living in a French province in Canada. That is Roman, also known as Silcanit. How are you, my friend?
Very good, thank you. I had a 2-week vacation, and I'm still not like in the back. I'm still a bit there, out there, but it's good to be back and to talk with you today.
Yeah, we're going to talk all about it because you went about as far east as you can go, I guess. Yeah, around the globe, because you weren't even in the West Coast, you're on the East Coast. So yeah, you have to go a long way around. We'll talk all about your journey there, but we're also going to be talking about a lot of the stuff that made us happy. You've been on the show before, so no need to go into a deep intro. Once again, I love having you on. It's a lot of fun. But we're going to kick this off with a new story that made our weeks better. So take it away. What was your best news story?
Best news story. Artemis 2 launched, went around the moon, and came back. And that's awesome.
It's amazing.
That we as like the human species are still chasing that. We didn't stop. They slowed down a bit after all the Apollo missions and how that ended, but they worked hard and they made it happen. Yep,
the crew is amazing, and I laughed because one of the crewmen is from the Canadian space program, and I believe someone decided to make it look like they're Canadian from South Park. So they had the mouth, which is perfect. I love it to pieces. I mean, you're absolutely right. It's amazing what they did, and when we hear about what the U.S. is going to do, like I had a nice picture of actually the path they were going on.
They have some really that picture. That's just
where is that picture? It must be a video.
Just go back once. Where you were? Just
trying to make it bigger
on the bottom left here.
Oh, okay. Did I miss it? Did I make it too big? Let's try this one. That's a better picture.
Yeah, that's their trip. But now we have pictures of the moon that we never saw before because it's behind.
That's crazy. I was thinking about, I was like, they're back already. I'm like, yeah, they were trying to see parts of the moon and go beyond where we've gone before. And the amazing part is too that they were actually doing better than they thought. They were ahead of things. Did they have a toilet emergency? I can't remember. Was that one of the problems they had?
I don't have the details. Like I followed from really far, but yeah, that picture is just
the dark side of the moon.
Yeah,
and nobody's hiding.
Yeah, no Nazis.
Right? They went to the other side. Maybe they went to the other side. They're just
like you see, like in like sci-fi B movies where the Nazis are like hiding and preparing the return.
Oh, that's right. What is that movie called with the Nazis?
I don't remember the name of that movie.
Oh, I love that. It was called Iron something. I remember that, and they made a sequel to it. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, the interesting part is, to your point, that I didn't know if we were going to see more of these type of trips, or if space travel was just going to be more of a touristy thing with like SpaceX, where they kind of go up and then they come back down. And I only thought it was going to be for rich people, but it's kind of amazing to see this come back. And I hope it means more good things coming. I hope more countries can be involved. And really getting, because with our country, they want to probably, like I said, I'm surprised we actually even have NASA around anymore, because I saw they want to do budget cuts. So perfect, right? So it's very sad. But I mean, I'm excited to see what they do next. I mean, we take space for granted because all of us grew up after most of the when it was exciting and new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Have you watched the TV series? It was by Ron Moore. Actually, it's wrapping up its 5th season, and it's about essentially a retelling of the space race, but with the Russians actually going first to the moon. So
no,
For All Mankind. That's what it's called.
That because it's
on Apple. Yes, yeah, and Ron Moore.
That's why, because I don't have Apple TV, so that's kind of the one I never really touched.
I think that's the. I think now though it's worth it, even if you've been behind on it. Now you could watch a lot of the good shows like Ted Lasso. There's a great Mythic Quest is one of my favorites. Shrinking is amazing. A lot of good shows, and I think also Severance. So
yeah, they have a lot of good shows. It's just like Apple TV started like with just the Apple TV that you needed, and so I didn't get that, and I never subscribed after that. So.
It is funny because there is no Apple TV app on the Google the Google store, which sucks because I'm like, but it's on Roku, it's on everything else. I'm like, that's still really petty, at times. Like, really?
Yeah, I'm sure. So I can get that on my PS5 and.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But so you had to go through the web browser of the Apple TV store, which is so lame because I'm like when I'm working out at the gym, I would hit my phone. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. But yeah, I highly recommend you check that show out just because it's kind of a neat take on the era and what would be different if the Russians were there first. So it's kind of one of those alternate reality shows. So check it out. Hey, we got Butch and Nissa in the chat. Everybody, thanks for joining. I know it was a quick thing. I put that out there. I always forget to do this in advance, but if anything changes, I always feel bad about changing things. So, well, I am so glad they landed safely in the water. They're home safe. And yeah, great news. And it feels like the best thing we could have considering the place we are in the world. I'm surprised you came back from your trip, to be honest. And Freight, hey, Freight, good to see you too. Oh, my goodness, the gang's all here. Well, one of the things that made my life happy, I just saw this. It was released, and basically the new Castlevania game that's coming out dropped a new trailer, and it had the team that is developing, and I believe it's Evil Twin. It's called Balance Curse, and you'll love this. It's based in France. So I'm trying to find the video for the most recent. Here it is, right here. I'll just show it really quickly. But it was a great overview of the game. It's got, I believe, Eiffel Tower is going to be in. I believe Notre Dame, and it just looks amazing. Female character,
like that means it's kind of recent, like because it's like end of 1880, something like that.
Yeah, like Joan. Well, and it's even got like Joan of Arc as a boss. You have to fight, so it makes no sense, right?
Yeah. Well, you can have like historical figures, and the past coming back into Castlevania. It's just like if they have the Eiffel Tower, that means the setting itself, like the town itself.
Or maybe not the Eiffel Tower, maybe it's just Notre Dame. I don't know how old Notre Dame is. I saw it when I was in Paris.
Oh, Notre Dame is like
before the fire. Yeah.
Multiple centuries.
So that probably makes sense. Yeah, maybe not the Eiffel Tower. Maybe I lied, but I knew it was going to have like something like, oh, this is neat, a new setting. And Evil Twins behind this, they did the DLC for Dead Souls for their Castlevania.
Well, they did Dead Cells, yeah.
Yeah, well, or the other. What's the other two? It's Evil Twin and what's the other developer?
I never remember, but yeah,
I'd have to look it up. But yeah,
that's why it looks so fluid and so smooth.
Yeah, they did the DLC that was the Castlevania DLC. So because of that, Konami was so happy with it. They're like, we're bringing you back, and you can have the license because it's not like Konami's doing anything with it. I mean, they haven't developed their own game since probably the PS2 era, maybe, or maybe the GBA games, the DS games.
Well, they have. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rick in chat, but Metal Gear Solid 3 was 4 maybe on the PS3. I don't know.
With Kojima, yeah, and the
with Kojima games, when he was still there. Maybe 5 even. I don't know.
It's been a long time, and I think they stopped making soccer games, right?
Even if it was like Metal Gear 5, it's still like 15 years or something.
Exactly, and we haven't had a Konami developed Castlevania game.
Oh no, Castlevania is like,
because the last one they did was that game on the handheld. It was by the team that did Metroid Dread, I believe, and Mercury Steam. That's right. Yep. Okay, there you go. Oh, and then I guess Konami is still involved. Thank you, Butch, for that. And Motion Twin, the developer. That's why it's always good to have our experts in the chat. And the cool part is I did learn about this game that it is in Paris 1499 is the setting.
Okay, so Notre Dame is here, but still a new one. Like it's still like fresh.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. It's just, the bricks were finally made. But yeah, I'm very excited for this game. It makes me happy. Castlevania is one of my favorite franchises, and it feels like Konami's back in development now. And they did all those great Castlevania collections, and they have that great Castlevania Netflix anime series, or not anime, but basically the style.
Well, yeah,
it's actually
cartoon.
Yes,
like Castlevania is like kind of one of my glaring like hole. I say like in my backlog, like as much as I love the Metroidvania genre, and I played a lot of recent ones, I never really finished a Metroid or a Castlevania. So this year on my backlog resolution, I have Metroid Fusion that I started last year and I want to finish. And I have Castlevania Symphony of the Night or Aria of Sorrow. Like, I don't know which one I'll just stick with. That's the two one I was recommended, like for the classic Castlevania that is referred to in the Metroidvania, in the Vania part of the genre. So,
I think Symphony of the Night is a great place to start because it's really truly the first time they really went all in on that style.
Yeah,
it was because a PlayStation 1 game.
Because I did play like when I was a kid, like the first Castlevania on the NES. It was one of the game I had.
The classics.
But it was like not at all like what's now in the Metroidvania genre. It's like totally different route they took on the 2D platformers.
Yeah, it's interesting with on the NES. It seemed like you always got the first game that was one way, and then you got a sequel to something else that was really different, like Zelda, Mario. Castlevania is the same way. Castlevania 2 is more of an RPG. They added some RPG elements to it, but unfortunately it added some elements that were completely like indecipherable. Like you had to go to this one grave and crouch for like 5 seconds straight to trigger something. I'm like, how would I even know that?
Well, that's
and so
typical.
You had to wait till Nintendo Power came out to figure that out, or call the Nintendo hotline. So, I think those are both great choices. Metroid Fusion, it looks like it's on the NSO.
Yes, that's where I played it, and I'm glad I'm playing these old games on NSO because they have like the rewind feature and the save states. Because they were designed to be hard and like punishing when you die, when you have checkpoints really far, or like the old Mario games, you have to just start over the whole game.
All over there, and if you're at a point your mom calls you up or you have to do something, you leave it there. You hope nobody turns off the NES or unplugs it. If not, then because
you hope the cat is not working on your controller.
Something goes wrong. Yeah, it was always the plan. But
but
I love playing.
They were designed like that because there was like 3 games coming out each year.
Oh, yes.
So you had to like spread it thin, like the longer possible.
I remember playing the original Mega Man. Like you had to beat all 6 bosses, and then you'd do this part, and there was a cheat that you could use to beat the one boss, which was you use this electric power up. It was Electman's power, and it kind of zoomed like this across the screen. If you hit select constantly, which would pause the game and unpause it, every time you unpause it, basically it would drive more hits. So basically, one hit, two hit, three. It was like, this is amazing. I don't know how whoever figured that out, but genius. So, and then I love Butch's statement. He says, you go to Japan and all of a sudden a French team is making a Castlevania game. Synergy.
It's not a coincidence. Like French devs have always been really good at video game developing. It's just sometimes they have like down periods, and sometimes people conflate Ubisoft with French devs.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly. They're all Montreal, so it's still Canadian. And yeah, I'd love to know more. I'd love to know more about the studios that are in other countries. Because it seems like they're after Claire Obscure. I mean, that is a huge win for that development community. And hopefully it opens doors for more to get notoriety. And if there's any French studios you're aware of that you want to call out or let us know, I would love to hear more about what they're doing and the games they're making.
I have to think about it because before I would have said Quantic Dreams, but now
yeah, we don't know what they're doing now. If they're going to keep making games or not. Dennis, what's his name? The studio head is kind of an odd guy.
Yeah. No, the head guy is not the best one.
No. And we're probably never getting that Star Wars game. I don't think that's ever coming out. Yeah.
Do you have the game makers that did Cairn this year?
Oh, really? Okay. The climbing game.
They did Fury, then Haven, and now Cairn.
Excellent.
And from the AAA that had that Castlevania trailer, like we also had news of a Cairn DLC.
Oh, that's great. New Mountain?
More climbs. Yep.
Okay, that's fantastic. I mean, because you think about it,
on the prequel.
Yeah. Go wherever you want to go. There's lots of mountain ranges all over the world. You could.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not even using real ones. They make their one, so they can do whatever.
Oh, very, very cool. All right. Well, let's get into the best things we did this week. Let's start with games. Clint talked about Crimson Desert last week. He gave me his little bit of a feel for that game. Where are you at in the game? Because it's not very small.
No, it's kind of large. I think I'm still in the very beginning. I'm still in the main first area. In terms of chapter, I did a bit of main quest, so I'm in chapter 5. But I'm trying to take care of my camp because I know that once your camp is going, you have like kind of passive resources that comes in that can help you. So I'm trying to develop that a bit. I'm good on it. Like I like being in the world. I like exploring. The only problem, and I mean, it's everyone tells us the same thing. It's just they have a lot of little design decisions and control schemes that are frustrating a lot of the time. Like, for example, the select button that you use like to open a map in any other game you can think of, on that one changes your point of view, so your camera goes closer. So you have, if you want to open the map and you press the select button like I do all the time, then you have to select through like 4 different points of view before coming back to your original camera, and then you can finally open your map, the other buttons.
The first game they developed with what they're known for is MMO.
I just want to address what Clint is saying here.
Oh, okay.
Everyone except Bethesda. Listen, you don't play Bethesda game on controllers. They're on PC. It's a mouse and keyboard game, first person, and that's it. Anyone else that plays third person on a Bethesda game, sorry, but you're playing it wrong.
I play it wrong then, and I also play Skyrim in third person. So you know what? I'm making it the worst. I love it to pieces. But I mean
that one, that one's on me. But they have a lot of interactions. Like on the same button, it's either a press or a hold, and the hold happens like not always on the same timing of hold. Sometimes the hold happens very fast. Sometimes you have to hold it really long. Sometimes it's a double tap. So if you go too fast, it doesn't register the second one, so it's hold. Like they have some really weird stuff. Like
it's kind of interesting. Like Freight and Butch are both playing it. Freight calls out the fact that he pushed a button and went to first person, and like you said, it's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's MMOs. That's where their background was. So maybe they developed maybe everything around PC first, and then said, okay, this is going to be really complicated to do on a controller. I don't know. Is it something you feel like there's better ways to do it?
I would have to try it mouse and keyboard, honestly, because I started just on controller because it's a more like third-person action game. So
yes,
so that's why I used the controller by default. But maybe on mouse and keyboard it's better because you can remap everything and just use all your keyboard.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, and it's funny. I always complain about mouse and keyboard because I get like cramping with the keyboard. It's carpal tunnel, things like that. So for me to do anything I used to do, I mean, first person shooters, that was my jam, mouse keyboard. But I just got this. It's the Xbox accessibility. Like basically, this is like their I don't know what you would call it. It's almost like the nunchuck for the Nintendo, but it's Xbox, and you can plug it in, and essentially you could use mouse and then use this for all your movement controls in a game.
Oh, on PC. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's got all the buttons that you could use, and and it's USB-C. $30 on the Xbox store, or Microsoft store. So I think it's kind of neat. I do wish there was more innovation with that, because mouse is as precise as you can even get, but not everybody loves a keyboard because of whatever. Or if you want to play on the couch and play with PC and maybe not. That's not your favorite way, is having a keyboard on your desk or on your lap. But,
on your laptop.
But we'll see what goes. Okay. What we're going on here. What doesn't work for that theory, Todd, is they actually suggest to controllers you start the game. Interesting. Then that is interesting that they would do that. Yeah. They would suggest a controller, but make it like, is this somebody's first time using a controller? Like, oh, that makes sense.
No, I think it's also part of their Korean devs, and that's kind of part of how they play games over there. They like their combos, and they are like a lot of button presses, and so it probably works really well for them because they're used to it.
Well, that's like watching my son use a controller now compared to how I use a controller. He does like the crab thing, which a lot of people do, and I'm like, that looks like it's going to hurt my hand. So I guess, you know what? At one point, nobody thought dual analogs would even work for first-person shooters, and obviously the Halo team showed us that it could. So, something to know. Well, I'm impressed by this game, but the sheer size of it, like you said, some of the, I guess would say, kind of the challenges that they proposed when they made this game, even though they're making improvements, which is great. It just seems like this is like their Assassin's Creed, and then the next version or whatever they make, the next game, I'm hoping it's like they are ready for prime time. They've gotten over some of these like weird stumbles they've had, because they're doing great. The game is selling awesome, and people are just amazed at how much you can do in this game, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Like, apart from the little frustrations, like I still spent like the whole afternoon yesterday in the game, because you can just roam around, do a quest, fetch something, explore a tower you see in the distance. You can go there and explore. So there's a lot to love in the game.
It's huge.
Yes.
And someone even mentioned that I guess the point is to get to the Crimson Desert, and they're like, did you see how far away the Crimson Desert is?
Yeah, but you can go there like right away if you want. Like, nothing is stopping you. There's no like invisible wall. Maybe you'll die along the way because you'll find enemies, or like environment that will kill you, maybe. But you can go there right away if you want.
It's impressive. And I love that we're getting new studios kind of showing us a different way to approach open worlds, utilizing even what Breath of the Wild has done with Climb Everywhere, using some of the, like, even the one thing where they show you like moving an object with that device. It's straight out Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, I mean, it's great. I'm glad everyone is kind of learning from each other now, and it makes it a lot easier to really grow games in ways that we never thought we would. So very cool. Yeah. So another game you're playing, which the name, I think I tried the first game, wasn't for me. So tell me about
it's
this
Grime 2. Grime 2 follows right on the steps of Grime 1. And yeah, it's not for everyone. Like, you have to be comfortable with a bit of body horror.
Oh, good.
Because this one is all ends. So your head is like two ends, like wrapped together, like that.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, Grime 1 like had like famously like a level on teeth and tongues. Like you had to pull teeth to make platforms. See, that one's all endsy. It's kind of body or Metroidvania, and it's also the combat is Souls inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Not the old design, you don't lose souls or your XP when you die, etc. But the combat itself, like, it's based on your stamina and the dodges, the parry. You have to be patient. You can't like spam you can spam your attack all the time, but you'll die very quickly. So you have to read the attacks, etc. So the combat is excellent, but very, very hard.
I was going to say the movement looks pretty impressive,
and they also have like very good platforming and platforming challenges in Grime 1. So I'm seeing bits of, like, I'm very early in the game still, so but I can still see there are like bits of platforming challenges, and also like all the options, like areas that you think you cannot access, but if you use all your skill you have at some point, you still can get past it, even if you're not really supposed to. You can sequence break a bit, like a good Metroidvania.
Very cool.
So,
yeah, and I'm showing Grime 1 now for anybody who's watched the video, just to give a comparison to it. It looks like they've, even just the level of details in their levels, and I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, the graphics are better, the animations are smoother, but they're still keeping their artistic direction. You can see like the evolution of the of their art, and yeah, it's a beautiful game too. Like the colors in Grime 2 are popping everywhere. Like the purples and the reds are very good.
Yeah, it's great to see something like this. A developer obviously found success to make a sequel, and looks like this one came out 4 years ago. So, and where's Grime available? Is it Grime 2?
Good question. I know it's on Steam because that's where I play. It's probably just on Steam for now. Yeah, just on Steam, I think. Okay.
Well, very, very cool. Check out Grime 2, everybody. And Silcanit is you're a demon. You play a lot of games. You're very good at games, so I appreciate that. Me, on the other hand, I keep getting distracted by too many things. My son at a concert, other things. So Resident Evil 9 still waits for me to get back to it. And then I should be getting Pragmata on Friday, and then replaced comes out next week, which I'm going to talk about. But that's a game where I promised Chris John, who does 1 Hour 1 Decision. That's been one of our most anticipated games. Like I said, once that comes out, we're talking about it, right, Todd? I'm like, yes, we will. But it's also my birthday. I'm going to a con. There's a concert that I'm going to for my birthday on Friday. So I'm like, I can probably talk about it, but I'm off the day after my birthday, which is great because I'm going to the concert that night. So I'm gonna carve out time for that game. So it's on Game Pass, so I have no excuse. I will be playing that game.
Yeah, we've been waiting a lot for this one.
I'm so excited to play it. It looks so amazing. I love the graphic style. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember a game called The Last Night? And I probably talked about this a million times. Or Last Night. I think it's called Last Night. I'll show you a video of it. You may remember it. I think it's Last Night. Last Night maybe. Bring it up. Video. Not that. That's not it. No. Maybe it's The Last Night.
I can see some screenshots. And
here it is. Here it is. Yes. Even Donkey made a video. It's called The Game Everybody Forgot About, which is true. I mean, this is The Last Night. This gives me such Replaced vibes. And this game looks so cool when it first came out. The kind of that chunky pixel, but big pixels look. That cyberpunk feel, and Tim Surratt, thank you. And apparently, there was. I was part of their Discord because I wanted to find out more about this game. They were going to talk about it, but it sounds like this guy had some issues, and not great. And it gives me all these vibes of like Another World and Flashback, which I love both of those games, and it's kind of playing off a lot of these core games. Yeah, and it's neat. And I'm not sure what was behind the hit piece. I don't know if there was. I heard there was issues with the studio, maybe, and I don't even know if the Discord still is available. But this game is never coming out. I assume it's on my list of great games I've wanted to play, but you never hear from again. So I'm glad this has not replaced Fate. But very cool. Yeah, obviously inspired by Blade Runner. All those things. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. He lost publisher funding because of an article by Imran Khan. That's interesting. I'll have to look more into that because that sounds kind of sad if that's what happened.
Like we are seeing kind of even today, like the influence of some articles. Sometimes we saw it with Crimson Desert and their stock price, their stock market.
People thought it was fake, right? I mean, because they're like, we haven't seen we thought it was going to be another Cyberpunk, right? Where they didn't show any of the console gameplay until like a week out. They're like, is this going to be bad? No, it still runs great. It's just some developers don't want.
But even anything. Like the scores at the start when it came out, like the developer stock price went down like 20% or something. Before going back up when like the sales came in.
The sales came out, and I think they're at 5 or 6 million now. And so Butch is giving us more information on it. So we'll probably look more into that, and we'll see how that goes. But thanks for the background, Butch. I guess we'll see. How Replace does. Hopefully, does. That studio went through a lot. They're an Eastern European studio. They are affected by the Ukrainian war. But I don't believe they're from the Ukraine. I think they're from another adjacent country, though. But it's they have developers that are from Ukraine, like people that are from the country that work for that studio. So same difference,
Europe is a small place,
especially a lot. I would say it's like you go to the east part of the United States. Same thing. Lots of little states that are so close to each other, so it's like you can drive really quickly. But Europe's the same way. You can get places very quick versus the United States. I mean, go from coast to coast of our country. Even Canada, go coast to coast versus coast to coast from France. I mean, it's not that far comparatively. I don't like it when authors or I would say writers bring their view into world politics and maybe something that they can't control. So that's a tough one to do. All right, what we've watched. So I'll kick things off. My wife and I watched the first episode of the One Piece anime or live action on Netflix. I know nothing about One Piece prior to this. I know it's the longest running manga in the world.
There's longer,
or maybe the most issues. Maybe that's what it is.
It's the longest, most popular one, like internationally, we'll say.
Got it. Okay. Is Dragon Ball longer? I assume maybe.
No, like there's like Detective Conan. I think is longer.
In
the anime side, yep. And I never remember the name, but there's an anime like that's running since the 1960s or something like that. But
yeah,
they are popular over there, but they didn't really break out. One Piece is by large like the most popular and the most like grossing franchise.
It's part of like the shonen or whatever they call it, like the shonen.
Shonen is the genre. It's kind of for young boys. You know, it's
which that magazine was it Shonen Knife or was it
Shonen Jump?
Shonen Jump, and then there's also a band called Shonen Knife, I think, in Japan too.
They have a lot of magazines because that's how they consume most of their manga. Like they have these weekly magazines,
right? It's
I bought 2 of them like for souvenirs, and it's really like having like a cheap newspaper, you know. And printing, it's really
comic books were the same thing, right? You just bought them.
You bought them to read them, and then you put them in the garbage. And if you really like a series, after that you buy the volumes. But that's how they consume it most of the time.
Yeah. So this series, it's about a boy named Luffy who wants to be the king of pirates. He's looking for the ultimate treasure called the One Piece. And he is like the nice pirate. He has a view of pirates that are different than others, and which is great. And his goal is just to get a crew together and sail the seas, have great adventures, and become king pirates. That's kind of like the big piece there. But the part where it gets interesting for me, so we watched the first episode about a year ago, or whenever it first came out, and then I just walked away thinking, I'll get back to it, and I never did. I'm bad about that. So I do that all the time. I watched a couple of episodes, and I'm like, I need to watch more. I don't. But then I'm like, you know what? I really liked what I saw because I'm not sure how faithful it is. And for me, that's not always a matter of how faithful it is, but is it a good show? Because I get it. I have nothing to tie into it. And if I enjoy it. And this show, I feel like it's an interesting adaptation where it's a Western adaptation, and I'm really enjoying it. Some of the things they pull off, I'm like, I didn't know if that was going to work. Like one of the first villains is a weird clown, and he's really interesting character, and they pulled it off, and the action is good, and it's fun, and the characters are all kind of still goofy, but still but then they swear and they do different things, and they all have their own motives. So, I'm probably not the best person to give you how real it is or not, but I do enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm really want to watch more episodes of this and see where it's going. Season 2 just dropped, I think, and yeah, it's just fun. It's goofy. I like it. It does feel like there's elements of it that are just like, okay, I see where this is going, but it's fun. So, have you watched any of this, or watched any of the anime, or read the manga?
Well, that's funny that you're talking about One Piece, because going to Japan, I had kind of a lot of like downtime in the evening, etc., and that brought me back kind of to catch up on One Piece, the manga, because I've been reading it like 4 years now, but I always kind of wait for an arc to be done, to have kind of some meat to read and just get lost in it, because week after week it's a bit, sometimes you have a chapter that's a big revelation and action, but sometimes you have like setups, etc., so it's a bit long in the tooth. But I finally caught up on the manga, so I read like 200 chapters or something like that. So now I'm caught up. I have to read that one, the 1179. That's
wow.
the one that came out
Chapter
this
117.
week.
So is it chapters like one issue of a comic or something like that? Is that the equivalent?
Yeah, like it's one per week. So yeah.
So I'm trying to see.
It's been
okay,
going on for like 30 years at this point or something.
Okay. But this is kind of neat. Viz Media or Viz.com looks like they do release issues that are free to read.
Yes, well, that's how I caught up. It's like they have the Shonen Jump application on Android, and you can like have a subscription and read all the chapters they have, and they release simultaneous at the same time.
Simultaneously, it's one of my favorite words. Yes, rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. So each week, like it comes out at the same time in Japanese and in English, so you can keep up to date in English. And I think like the last 3 weeks are free. But so if you're already caught up, it's really good because you can just each week you get your free chapter and you don't have to pay anything. But I was like I had a backlog of chapters, so like for $5 a month, and I bought that and I caught up on that.
Looks like about 9 chapters or 9 to 10 chapters, 12 chapters per volume.
Yeah, per volume. And usually 10, 9, 10. And they are like 17, 18 pages each.
These are crazy. I'm assuming libraries, if your local library may have these because manga's become really popular. Libraries.
Yeah, One Piece is so popular that
and the anime.
And the anime is same. Like, anime, I haven't. I've come back to it a bit, but it's longer because it's 20 minutes per episode, and an episode covers maybe a chapter. Sometimes not even.
It's like with the Dragon Ball, where it's like every episode is just like, oh my god, because it was a weekly or daily show, or weekly show.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of like an American soap opera. It's like, oh, what are we doing now?
Yeah, and One Piece, same on the anime episodes. They have like, what's the 1,000 Elbaf. That so like we talked, like the anime season, the spring season started like last week or this week. And One Piece started back after a little break, and it's episode 1156. So
that's crazy, and apparently they're doing a Lego One Piece. I didn't know anything about.
I didn't know either, but
well, here we go. It's on Netflix as well. Probably Netflix knows they've got something. So which would kind of make sense to do a video game then based on it. I don't know if there is. Are most of the One Piece games just fighting games, or?
So they have. I know they have fighting games. I know they have like a kind of action RPG game, the One Piece Odyssey, that covers kind of like the first main, a couple of the main starter arcs. So it covers kind of a good chunk of the story. So you can catch up like up to a point with the game, then you can switch to the anime or the manga if you prefer. Like you can mix and match your media now with One Piece.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's nice to have an adaptation that works for the person. Maybe you're not big into reading, or maybe you like anime better, or maybe you want to watch live action, and now you can look at it as Lego. So pretty impressive. And apparently Butch is now number 1 weeb in the world and watching My Hero Academia. I'm on the final season of My Hero Academia. I always watch it with my son. He's in college. Over Christmas break, we watched some more of it, but now it's wrapped up, but we have not finished it. So I will not watch it without him. And he finally let me watch the sub, not dubbed. Or no, let me watch the dub version. Because I said, can we finally do this? Because I've been watching it. And some of the voices just don't work for me, but yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, well, like I always watch sub. I would always recommend the sub, but the main point is if you watch anime, watch them how you're comfortable with. Like I prefer talking to someone that watched an entire series dubbed than someone that didn't.
Yes.
Just because just consume the product however you need to.
Yeah, my wife has macular degeneration in her eyes, so eyesight is hard. So subtitles are just hard for her, which sucks. And Netflix has been doing a pretty good job of, they do put dubbed versions of like foreign shows, like a lot of Indian shows have it. And one of the movies it's on my backlog, which is the Guillermo del Toro films, which are typically in Spanish, Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth. They're all there's no dub of those. Guillermo del Toro will kill people before he allowed it. And so I eventually will maybe see if I can get the subtitles big enough where she can see them. But she's probably going to be focused on reading it. But I do want to watch those. So
I hope you can watch Pan's Labyrinth. It's kind of one of my favorite movies.
Oh, excellent.
All time.
I'll have to check that out. And then let's see. Freight says Shangri-La Frontiers.
Yeah, it's a good one. This one, it's it's about kind of a pro player of VR MMO games. So that's a guy that usually plays bad games, like very bad games, buggy games, and his thing is like to abuse bugs in these games, etc. And he decides, like on a summer break, to start Shangri-La Frontier, which is like the highest, best, like triple, quadruple A game, like developed, and he applies kind of his logic, like to abuse the games, and so it's all the shenanigans that goes with that, because he becomes kind of
I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, and it's like from the it's kind of that vision of VR games that are like full body VR, but that just from your head, kind of like Sword Art Online. So you control the whole body just with your mind. And since he's used to play bad games with bad reactivity, etc., when he comes in that world, like that super well designed and responsive, is kind of over the top, and he joins with like companions from other games. It's really good.
Interesting. Okay, something new. Appreciate it. And he's got a rooster for a head. Interesting.
It's a technically it's just a mask.
Oh, okay. Kind of like the character from Demon Slayer that has the boar.
Kind mask. Of. It's because like when he starts the game, he notices when he creates his character that he can sell his starter gear to get money, to have a leg up on the money side. And he still has, I think he still has to have something, so he takes the cheapest mask, that's the chicken head, and he's just like wearing like shorts or boxers.
It's like having the jankiest armor set because
he doesn't wear armor, so he has more agility because he's not encumbered. So, but then he receives stuff that makes him like better if he has less armor, so he's just staying like that.
It's like my son. He minimizes like I forgot what it was. He basically he likes to become like a glass cannon. We're basically super powerful, but he can get one shotted very easily. So I totally get that.
Yeah, the glass cannons.
yeah, I love it. Well, very cool. So One Piece kind of went on to interesting, but I'm excited to watch more. So always excited to find something new to keep me happy. And Silk, I know you've been busy traveling, things like that. Anything new that you've been watching?
Not really. Like for this week, I came back at the start of the week home, and I didn't really catch up. I jumped back into games because I had withdrawal symptoms. But no, like a couple of episodes of anime, like the the start of One Piece, the new arc, and also finished another one that I started before leaving, but nothing remarkable on that
cool.
front.
Yeah, I've been binging the new season of The Boys, still watching Invincible, and Daredevil's out, and I haven't really. I mean, I think I'm behind one episode of Daredevil, so there's a lot going on right now, and so that's why gaming has not been something I've been able to do much of. So let's get into food, and maybe we'll do this. So I'm going to switch the order a little bit. We'll talk about food, and then we'll get right into your Japan trip. So first, my food is I went to a cool author event, and we went to a place called La Doña Cerveceria. So this is basically a really good Mexican beer hall, and they have amazing food. And I got the Al Pastor quesadillas. They were delicious. My wife got yuca fries, amazing food, great beer. Love the aesthetics of the place. Let me see if I can bring it up. It's right in Minneapolis. Let's see if I can bring up their Instagram. But let's see. Just bring up the page. Yeah, I mean, it's just a very cool place. Lots of good food. Tacos. You could get lots of other food. It's a lot of Ecuadorian food as well, which is kind of interesting, which was cool. We had Peruvian food last week, which was pretty cool. This other place. So I love the fact that Minneapolis is growing and has more cultural food offerings, more cultures. So great place. If you're in Minneapolis, I would definitely check this place out. Really good food and a really great atmosphere. So that's my food coverage for today. But I assume, Silk, you're going to have a lot more things to talk about in the world of food than I had. Let's just get into your Japan trip. Yeah, because can we bring up the photos, the food, or how do you want to do this?
Unless I can. I don't know if I can share my screen, so I can go.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, if you want to. Let me remove my thing from the stage. And then you should be able to, if you can't, let me know.
Present, share the screen. And I can share that. Okay.
There we go. Do I just need to bring it to the stage? Okay, I'll add the stage. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Perfection.
Yeah, because food, I was going to cheat anyway, because for this week, I came back and I didn't take care of my food. But for the last 2 weeks, I was in Japan. I had a nice trip, like in spring, Japan. I chose these 2 weeks because they are right in the middle for the sakura blossoms, the cherry tree blossoms. Mm-hmm. So you can see a bit of it here. And that was lovely, like lovely weather all the time. Barely any rain, and all the exotic feeling, because it's not. You can feel it's like a developed country, but it's not the US. It's not North America. It's not Europe. It's really like just its own thing. So I won't go through every photo. I'll just scroll down. But as food goes, because we'll focus on food right now, this one was my first Japanese breakfast.
Okay.
And it cost me like 500 yen. So it's
which is like $5?
$5 Canadian, so even less in US. And you have a bowl of rice with an egg. So you batter the egg, put that on the rice with soy sauce, a bit of beef, the miso soup with tofu, and just that for 500 yen.
It's a savory breakfast. Obviously, like they do a lot of rice porridges too, I believe. It's one of the things my wife grew up in the Philippines. That was more of their breakfast that they would have versus like a European breakfast, which is like typically very heavy and
there's a lot of sugar and coffee in Europe.
A lot of pastries,
After that, we'll go through the best food I had in Japan.
Is that what I think it is?
It's a Kobe beef.
Oh, wonderful.
Kobe beef. That's cooked like in front of you with the grease of the beef. So there is no oil, no butter, all beef. It's a premium Kobe beef. Look at that.
So yeah, there's so much just natural fat within the meat, and I would always feel like if I ever had one, if I had to make it myself, I would worry I would screw it up so bad. I would waste such expensive and wonderful meat.
Yeah, but that was a wonderful experience, and the food they had like little beef sushi and sashimi. That was like, it cost a lot, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's once a lifetime opportunity unless you go back, but still, yes.
That's their typical like pork cutlet, pan cutlet. Tonkatsu with rice and miso soup. I stopped in the brewery, so it's also a local beer.
Oh, great. What type of beers do they have there? I know a lot of Pilsner, but do they have a wide range? Or
that's a wide range, like microbrewery, like they had like kind of everything. That one, it's a curry, a very good curry.
I've never had Japanese curry. How would you compare to like an Indian curry? Is it similar or different?
Less spicy. This one was a chestnut curry, so there was like the chestnut taste too that added something. It's kind of like they are like more. It's more sauce. There's less meat or fish. There's less. It's more sauce for the rice and the egg.
So the rice is already in the bowl.
It's the bowl here that you see.
Okay. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, that's significantly different typically than Indian curry, because typically you add the curry to the rice, and it's not as dominant. It looks like you get a lot more of the actually curry soup sauce than you do normally. Very cool.
And after that, I didn't take a picture of every meal I took, but the one that stands
Nis had a question.
out.
Did you try any of the vending machines?
Just for so I see Butch also takoyaki. I did try some takoyaki like stand, food stand. It was okay, like not the best
Street
I had,
food.
but and Japan's vending machines I tried mostly for coffee or like soda. I didn't try. I didn't try any food on the vending machines. They had like ice creams. They had ice creams vending machines, like pop cycles or stuff like that. But I didn't try those.
Is that a dessert?
That's udon.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. I thought I saw dessert.
That was a breakfast. It's a French toast, with a cherry and pistachios mascarpone.
Okay,
it was really good, and it was right in front of in Odaiba, so it's like the artificial kind of extension of Tokyo they made.
Oh,
so you had like a view on the bridge and the water. And after that, in Kyoto, I had some soba with tempura shrimp.
All right.
And where is the other one? Because I had a really good sashimi bowl in Tokyo.
I love sashimi.
There.
Wow.
Super sashimi. And the best miso soup I had on my 2-week trip was in that restaurant in the hotel, like in Kyoto. Super rich, like very, very good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I've had miso soup, but it's typically kind of an afterthought in a lot of American Japanese restaurants. So
Yeah, it's
I'm assuming
like just seasoning, but
yeah.
You can have really good. And Butch, the picture you saw is not a Koenigsegg, it's a Maserati.
Oh, very, very cool.
But
Give me 1 second. Silk, I'm going to close my door. My wife's home and the dog's barking, so I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm going to hold on. So you keep talking through the photo session. I'll be back in a sec.
And we'll continue on the cars, Rick, because I saw a Porsche here. A Porsche. And in Haute-Daiba, I came across, it was not planned, but I came across kind of a car meet.
Oh, very cool. Was it a Tokyo Drift?
Honestly, I saw that and I was like, oh, I'm getting like Forza Horizon.
Were they taking footage
live.
for Forza 6?
Yeah.
That's what you were really doing there, weren't you?
For my
batteries. So you were doing Forza 6. All right. So this is very, very cool. If you guys have any more questions about Silk's journey, let us know. So Silk, in regards to your trip, which cities did you visit?
So I went in Tokyo. So I spent a week in Tokyo. And
wow.
Because of the traveling, I spent really just 2 days in Kyoto. And I kind of regretted it a bit. I think I should have done like 6 days in Tokyo and add a day in Kyoto. But
yeah, okay.
And I did like an afternoon because of the travel, etc. An afternoon in Kawazu. So it's a little town. Like in train, it's like 2 hours from Tokyo, in the south.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have in Kawazu they have like a French garden, and when they opened it like 25 years ago, they asked my uncle, who is a carpenter, to build like a French kiosk for the garden.
Oh, really?
So I wanted to, since I was in Japan, I wanted to see
had to see it.
I wanted to see it. So that's what he built, that kiosk here. So we can see it here. And it's still like well maintained. When I was there, they were doing some maintenance on it.
Yeah, that looks amazing. You said it was 25 years ago?
Kind of, yeah. I think 25, something like that.
How did that happen?
Well, they wanted like to do a French garden, so they wanted to hire like French expertise to make it authentic, I guess. So that's how that worked.
That's amazing. Yeah, then you have something to see and talk about. You could even give a guide tour of it. There you go.
Yeah. So to go quick, I started in Tokyo. So the Ueno Park, that's where I found my first sakura. Beautiful. Yeah. Sakura blossoms. And that's impressive is you expect a lot of tourists to be there and take photos and visit, etc. But the vast majority is like Japanese people.
Locals.
The locals, they come in, they take pictures in the morning. When you come here from like 11 a.m. to like 4 p.m., everyone's like sitting under the trees, like taking their lunch on a picnic, or taking some time off just to take care of that. The cutest thing I saw, like a family was just taking pictures and videos of their like maybe 1-year-old daughter, and they were just like throwing petals and she was trying to catch them. So, and like some people were taking picture of their like 5-year-old with their new backpack for the school uniform, even on a Saturday, just to have the picture of them with the sakura trees. So cute.
Oh, very beautiful.
They really love their like that season. It's really something important for them.
That makes total sense. One of the best gifts that America was given in Washington D.C. They were gifted cherry trees for the cherry blossoms in Washington D.C. So every spring when they bloom, it's a very big tourist attraction, and they are very beautiful. I've seen them once, and it's amazing. So appreciate
Look at
the beauty.
The white with the little purple on the...
And then they fall. They're like, it's like snow falling when they fall.
Yep. And that's what I really liked in Tokyo is like, it's a big city. Yeah, like you can, like, there are like neighborhood, it's just city and the big buildings and the shops and all the people, etc. And then, like, if you know where to go, you can reach a park and just have a bit of like quiet, like really really quiet, and maybe shade, like it's fresh. You have that mix between the big city, bustling city, and like just a little shrine in the middle of like a little residential area. You have that shrine there. It's the Suga shrine that I went there because I wanted a picture of that staircase, particularly that one, because it's the final. That's where the final scene of Your Name, the anime movie,
really
happens, and it's really like well like reproduced in the anime. It's a real life location they used for the anime. So I wanted that one.
Oh, that's amazing that, the way Tokyo is kind of a character in itself, like a lot of unique cities are. I was thinking about the game I played recently, not recently, a couple of years ago, was Ghostwire Tokyo, which took place in Tokyo, modern setting, but adding in that element of ancient Oni, and so it's kind of neat. But we had like the Persona games, so it's cool to be able to say that's why they make things set there, because it's such a unique city, and the country itself is just so iconic in many ways.
Yeah. And you see, like, after, like, on the same day where I spent my day in Shinjuku National Park, it's beautiful park. You have like herons and carps, and then you walk like 10 minutes and you get in a mall. You have a One Piece mural, and
the big the skyscrapers and all of the
skyscraper. You have like the Kabukicho,
all the songs or like all the signs.
Neighborhood that's like the inspiration for the Yakuza Kamurocho.
Mm-hmm.
The town featured in all the Yakuza games. You have the Don Quixote, like you have the Godzilla head on top of the big cinema.
Yeah, it's
so
cool.
Yeah, it's such a good like mix.
Did you see any real live Yakuza?
no real life Yakuza. To be fair, I kind of avoided like these streets at night, because I know like that's where like the escort girls come out and try to incite you, etc. And that's tied to the Yakuza, because like they have their like signs for spa, relaxation, etc. It's not like big signs everywhere, but you can see them.
You can find trouble if you want to find trouble.
It's really easy. You don't have to search very far. But
well, I'm glad you made it back. You didn't go to jail. You
didn't go to jail. I didn't get scammed.
That's good. You have all your limbs left over, which is great. So really quick, you talked about souvenirs that you got that you brought back for your family. What were your highlights of like things that you're like, oh, I'm glad I got those, but there was like anything like you're like, I wish I would have been able to get that, but you know, space, money.
Well, space, I had to buy a new suitcase.
Okay,
I bought a small one, you know, like for cabin baggage. But I had
you took one piece of clothes, that was it, and then to pack everything else away. Yes, I don't need clothes.
Yeah, I can.
Wait, was that the picture of the Gundam, like the Mega Gundam? Oh, yes, I love that
big Gundam in Odaiba.
That's amazing.
It's towering. And that's what's insane is that the level of detail. Like everywhere they have stickers, these little warnings, caution, manual release stuff.
Oh, wow.
Everywhere around the Gundam.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's a big one.
So sorry, I interrupted your souvenir and your
souvenir. The one I'm really happy I got back. Because that's going to be a gift for my father. Where is it? I'm sure I have a picture of it. Where is it? Because I had the occasion, I had the occasion to forge a knife.
Oh, amazing!
So you know, it's a guided activity. So they give you like your piece of steel, and they are the one like putting it in and out of the fire because it's the most dangerous.
You're doing the manpower,
and you're doing the manpower of hammering it and then grinding it. And I don't have the picture here, and that's bothering me, but it's okay.
How long did that take? Because typically it can take some time.
It can take some time if you like really want like a really finely crafted knife, etc. That took us 2 hours. Like an hour and a half pounding on it, and half an hour of grinding.
And do they make the handle as well for you?
Yeah, they give you the handle. Yeah, it is. Okay. They give you the handle. I just have to put some epoxy, like to fix them
to keep it. Yeah, okay. So
keep it, but that's what I got in the end. It's a kitchen knife. It's not like you can choose the shape you want. Like so, I could have done like a small mini katana or something like that. But since it's a gift for my father, I wanted him to be able to use it.
That's amazing. I love that you did that. I'm a big fan of that show, Forged in Fire, where they make swords and knives every episode. So seeing what you did in a short period of time, my friend's son is also into blacksmithing. So that's a great souvenir because you made it. You had an experience, right? And it will be used by someone you love. So I love that.
So as souvenirs, like for all my nieces and nephews, I bought some omamori, the little talismans they sell in the shrines. And I don't have picture of everything else, but I have like a plushie of Totoro for one of my sister, who is a fan.
Yeah.
I have like a picnic blanket. For my other sister, and I have like a kind of a travel bag that's made from like recycled kimono.
Oh, very cool.
For my mother, and that's my souvenirs for me.
I thought the Dragon Ball was for your mother.
No, these ones are all for me. So I have
I'm glad you treated yourself.
Oh yeah, yes, I did.
Oh, that's amazing. I love your pictures.
Nami from One Piece.
Okay.
The Goku is just the picture doesn't even do it justice because it kind of has a metallic sheen.
Oh,
it's not metal, but the paint is metallic.
Oh yes, yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see. I also looking at your Discord pictures too. Yeah. Your pictures too, and that is amazing. Yeah, it's that is cool.
The Mew, the Umbrian.
Well,
so that.
Well, amazing. Thank you for sharing these amazing pictures. I loved hearing about your journey. And I am so jealous. I want to go. I know we're going to be going to Europe next in our next trip to probably going to Scotland, London, Scotland, and then we're going to be taking a cruise over to Norway, which I've always wanted to do. So that's probably next trip. And then I would love to go to Japan. I lived in Korea for a year, so I fully understand the appeal of some place that feels quite different than the life.
Yeah, it's really different because I live in a little 5,000 village far east of Quebec. I've lived in Paris half my life, but it's still not near what Tokyo is in terms of volume and people and even through that, the subway was quiet and clean and it smelled nice. I don't know if you ever took the subway in Paris or Montreal, but
I've taken subways in Washington. I've taken them in other places, yes, and
probably
they are not enjoyable.
No.
Yes,
but in Tokyo, it's you want to go there.
I've heard the Disney Sea in Japan is the cleanest place on the planet. They say it's immaculate. Yes.
Yeah, it's because everyone keeps it clean. Because it's in the culture.
I mean, it's a different culture, and that's exactly right. And wow, that's amazing trip. Well, since we're running a little long, we'll really wrap this up. I'm just going to talk about one thing that I did very quickly. Unfortunately, I can't share any video of it, but my son is in the jazz band at the University of Minnesota, and he had a jazz concert. They also have a university has a rock band officially, and it's called Squirrel, but it's spelled really weird. Great concert we went to. But the highlight was Corey Wong. Corey Wong is a guitarist, and he is lauded. He plays across the world. He went to the University of Minnesota, and actually, the joke about that was he tried to get into the jazz band, and he didn't make it. So that was a joke that because the jazz band director is actually still on staff. He was directing them, and it was a little bit of ribbing, but Corey Wong was amazing. They performed multiple of his songs. He played with them, and my son was so excited about it. Then they had the last number was both the jazz band and the rock band played with Corey Wong, and it made my son's days. Like, Dad, you're going to love this. It's great. And with my son going to become a music teacher, getting to see amazing musicians has been amazing. This guy is great. He plays all sorts of music. He's performed with a late show band in the US. He's a great musician, and my son wanted to get something signed for him. So on after Easter brunch, we tried to find his album. I think we called around 6 different record stores, but we finally found it. So we had an adventure, we got it, and he got it signed. So he's very excited. He's even got a picture. I don't have it with me, but there's a picture of him in the trumpet section together with him, and I will probably share some pictures of it after, because just amazing experience. Super cool to see this amazing guitarist take time to work with young musicians. So amazing event. I was so glad and proud of my son being able to do that, and hopefully got him excited, man. Like I said, you should join the rock band at the university, or I told him you should join a video game band, because trumpets are part of it.
They have a lot.
Yeah. It's very cool. And lastly, I want to show you something. It's not as impressive as your Maid knife, but I think I finally got something cool off Temu.
Of Temu? Wow.
Yes. So if you are a fan of the Thundercats, the Sword of Omens, I saw this on TV. I'm like, this is going to be a pile of crap, right? It's going to be small, not lived up to.
That's going to be like a keychain size.
But it actually is solid metal. So it's not going to break. But I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go to war with it. But I was really impressed. I mean, for the cost and just being able to put it up as a prop. I mean, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to get fictional swords and things like that, and obviously,
it's on my bucket list too, like to buy like a
Buster sword or the He-Man sword. But yeah, I mean, it even comes with a tip to protect it and a scabbard. So I don't know where I'm going to put it, but you know what? And if I can hold it like that, that means it's not.
Yeah,
but it's cool, and nobody will know it's not the real Sword of Omens. So, and who knows? Maybe I'll get the He-Man sword next. But yeah, that was kind of my one thing. I'm like, that's kind of fun. And Temu, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you not. Yes. Well, I would say this: do not buy a hard drive off of Temu because they sold me one. It looked just like that. It looked just like a Samsung 980. I got it, and it came up as like 4 terabytes. I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's like $50. And then I plugged it in. It said 4 terabytes, but when I got into it to start transferring files, I think I get 256 gigabytes in it. So they got me, Temu, but they did give me my money back because I said, hey, this is not the right size. So I think I got a 256 gigabyte NVMe drive for like $10. So you know what? It worked out. And then I just want to, Nissa actually had a comment at the beginning. I just want to drop this out to Nissa. Thanks for being on, Nissa. She goes, here we go. The best thing this happened to her this week was Seamus Black wearing a digital t-shirt. And this was just on Luke and Logan on the expansion pass had Seamus Black Leon. And he talked about a lot of cool stuff, really got off the rails and talked about physics and all these other crazy things. Talked about his time doing being a musician. And then Nissa saw the shirt he was wearing, and apparently he worked with digital computer back in the day. And then her father worked for digital. So kind of cool. It's neat to have that connection. And Seamus asked, like, hey, what does your dad do? So kind of a cool connection. I'm glad Luke and that team are having luck getting some great Xbox personalities.
Killing it on the interview lately.
Yeah, so great job to those guys. They definitely made my week better by and they had Ed Freeze on interview with Ed Freeze on earlier, and I'm glad to see those guys do so well. So with that, is there one thing you're excited about coming this week, Silk?
There's Pragmata coming. But
17th,
but to get out of game a bit and to plug the book section that we have to skip quickly over, I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, like the series, and I'm excited to start the volume 5 this week.
Okay, is that many of the books in the series?
There's like 8, I think.
Okay,
8 or 9 right now. I started like during my vacation, and so I'm excited to finish 4 today because I am really at the end and to start the volume 5. Like that vacation had a good effect on reignited like my passion for reading manga, watching anime, and that Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't even have to pay for it. It's on my subscription.
Oh, that's amazing. I got it on Audible, so I've got the first one ready to listen to, and Clint's talked about this series, so he got me intrigued, and they're making a series too.
It comes from it, and they're going to do a TV show, and I was like not dragging my feet to start it, but I have that kind of streak, like if too many people talk too highly of something, I'm kind of hesitant. Like, can it be really that good?
Exactly.
And it is. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the majority is right.
And that's a good point. Sometimes something, because it's popular, is not bad, or it's not like saccharine, or and I did the dorky thing when I went to Europe. I read the Da Vinci Code, because everybody was, that was a while ago. I mean, a long time ago. So it was just getting really popular, but it was great because it kind of followed my travels anyway. So it was kind of neat to go all the different parts that they kind of discovered in that book and they covered, which was great. So I do want to give Dungeon Crawler Carl my time. So I think what I'm probably going to do is rather than listen to some podcasts, I'm just going to, on my way to work, listen to the book that way. So at least I have an excuse and it's time. I can't do anything else. I can't get distracted by anything else.
If the audiobook is like the book, like it's a really light reading, it's focused on the action and the dialogue. Like it goes, the pace is really good. Like it's engaging. So
I've heard it's got a unique take on genres, which I really like. Apparently, cat is a very big part of the book, so I'm all for that. I'm very excited. Let's see. So very good. And so, how long are the books? Typically, like 300 pages, something like that.
Something like that. Like the first ones are like smaller, and they get progressively like bigger because he probably has more to say. But I mean, it's also on the structure. Like you see, like it's also on the structure of like the dungeon. Like the first dungeons, the first layer, they have like kind of like 3 days to get through, and each layer gets smaller, but they have more time because there's more to do and level ups. You have some XP grinding to do, etc. So that's why the books also become bigger because he's trying to do like one layer, one floor per book.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's kind of a cool take on it. Okay. I'm really curious because you said like everybody's talking about it now. So I'm like, and even like in one of my work meetings, someone brought that they were reading like, oh, somebody brought this up at work. Wow, because typically people don't bring up dorky things at work. So I'm all in. So you know what, Pokemon guys, remind me to actually listen to it. I'm really bad about this, so please help me. And reading is really bad because I have ADHD and I get distracted. So listening though, I can do that. Very cool. Nissa says Hello Kitty Island Adventure City Town DLC is out on the 16th. So enjoy that, Nissa. I appreciate the recommendation. I know you're a big fan of that series. For myself, it's going to be Lee Cronin's The Mummy. This is a horror film that I am like interested in because it's not like the Mummy like by Tom Cruise. This thing is super freaky. Have you seen a trailer of this, Silk?
No, like you said, The Mummy, and I was like, is it like the remake of the...
Oh, no. This is really creepy. This is... I'm going to fast forward because I'm sure it's about this family that brings home their daughter, and she was in a mummy's casket. And she was essentially entombed, and they brought her back, and she doesn't come back in a good space. And that's when it all goes wrong. It's James Wan. It's basically a Blumhouse film. Yeah. And things start going horribly wrong. And like, oh, they bring her home to the kids and like, oh, look, it's your sister. Not creepy at all. Yeah. So she was abducted in Cairo and all these really horrible things apparently happened to her, but they get her back. And yeah, I won't say anything more than that, but I will say is get ready to probably be creeped out because little kids in horror films are probably my least favorite things in the world.
I'm not really a fan of horror films to begin with, so.
Well, I'm sure Clint will tell you all about it, and maybe I won't because I may chicken out too. So, very, very cool. Well, that is our show for this week. Thank you, everybody who joined us. Butch, we had Nissa join us, Freight joined us, and just want to send a shout out to Clint. I know he has some stuff going on with his family. Just want to wish him our best, and hopefully, the time he's spending right now is important. So give him your best. It's a lot to go through. So with that, thank you, Silcanit.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you being on again and talking about your trip. And with that, tell people where they can find you.
BlueSky and Discord. Search Silcanit. I'm the only one. so you find me.
And we remember how you got your name. Very, very cool. You're lurking in all the Discords, and he will tell you all about the anime, manga, Dungeon Crawler Carl, and Tough Games. Reach out to him. And then Butch, thank you again too for joining us in the chat. Appreciate that. For myself, I'm at Todd Oxtra on BlueSky's Instagram, but really where I spend most of my time is getting the word out on the Fandom Foundry, on our Discord, on our YouTube channel, in our podcasting. We have network feeds now for all our shows, so you don't have to subscribe to all of them. You just get one network feed for all the podcasts. And we're hoping to do some more interviews soon. I've got some things in the hopper to have a lot of good time. And what's my Steam tag, Butch? It's probably something really long, but it's probably Spartian 1998 or Spartian 98. I can tell you in the Discord if I can find it. But yeah, I've got a big Steam library, but if you see someone playing, it's probably my son because he's in my Steam family now. So he just uses all my games. So so check out the Fandom Foundry. Appreciate everybody joining us in the chat. And if you guys know somebody who'd like to talk about their best things they had this week, let me know. And with that, thank you, everyone. It's been a great week, despite all the things happening in the world. So let's make next week your best week ever. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right.